What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. I'm actually recording this for the second time, because the first time I recorded it, I forgot that my microphone was muted, so we're going through this once again, but in this video, we're talking about the upcoming Kizuna Clash. Now, of course, we know the content cycle in One Piece Treasure Cruise, the fact that we have the treasure map, and then straight after it, we have the Kizuna Clash. One thing to note, though, is that this Kizuna Clash is confirmed to be a Super Boss Kizuna Clash. So we just had one in January, already getting another one here. I guess it's because of the global anniversary celebration, why they're doing another Super Boss. But yeah, we have a Super Boss coming, and the main boss character is Orochi. Now, as of me recording this video, we do not have any information about what this Orochi character does. The data miners have been a little bit slack, I feel. I don't know what's going on. We haven't had any information yet, so I don't know what's going on regarding that. Hopefully the Orochi unit is good. Previous Super Boss Kizuna characters that we had received have been very good, so I'm assuming that this character will also be good. But in this Kizuna Clash, we have two brand new characters, none of which are Sugo-Fest exclusives, which is good for a lot of people out there. We've got the brand new Shinobu and a Komurasaki or Hiyori character. But alongside that, similarly to what we had in January, we have a brand new support Sugo-Fest coming along with a new Otoko character. And this Otoko character, I assume, is going to be very good in the Super Boss Kizuna itself, on the Super Boss stages, like what Sabo was, where Sabo, you put him on your team and it just deals with a lot of really annoying things that happen on the final stage of the Super Boss on every variation. So I assume the same thing is going to be happening here. As for when these Sugo-Fests go live, we've got both of them going live on March 18th at 1900 PST time. Mark it down in your calendars if you decide to pull. We're going to start things off here with the support Sugo-Fest and kind of break this one down. So the good thing about the support Sugo-Fest is that the last couple of banners that they've had have actually been pretty exceptional, and this one doesn't really stray away from that either. The first multi is a discount multi at 30 rainbow gems, as well as guaranteeing you a support rare recruit character. That's very good value. And then the second multi is guaranteed a recommended unit, which means that it's one of the characters on this banner artwork. Mistems isn't the best, he's okay, but a little too niche for my liking. You've also got Mr. 4 and Miss Merry Christmas. That's actually a pretty good support. And then next to that, you've got Ace, another really good support, and then Otoko. So we'll go through what Otoko does in just a moment, but then you've got nothing on the third. Fourth is another guaranteed support unit, another recommended on the 6th, another support on the 8th, and then the 10th you're guaranteed to get the new unit. I definitely advise not to do 10 multis on a support Sugo-Fest, but hey, the option is there if you do desire it. Let's go ahead and talk about what this Otoko actually does. Now, of course, with these support rev recruits, they're pretty terrible in game. Like, their effects are not that good. One turn of utility and also a little bit of an attack boost. As I said, nothing crazy. But the support effect attaches to any Psy unit that is also a slasher. So it has to be one of those units like Versus Shanks, Roger Newgate, V2 Odin, Kinemon Denjiro, anything like that this can attach to. And when you reach the final stage, reduces 1 turn of Threshold, 1 turn of Despair, and 1 turn of attack down. It's not the best support in the game for sure, but it is a very good support that will see a lot of play moving forward. I do like it. It's not the most broken support. I think definitely like the Sabo and the Ace character that they've released over the past few months are definitely more desirable units than this, but still not a bad support by any stretch, and it's going to be very useful for the upcoming Super Boss, I am sure of it. So that is the brand new Otoko support rare recruit character, available March 18th, 1900 PST. But let's go ahead and move on to the Kizuna Sugo-Fest. Now, this Kizuna Sugo-Fest, as we said, does not feature a brand new legend, so it's going to be 2 regular Kizuna rare recruits with Shinobu as well as Komurasaki, and of course is also going live March 18th. So with this banner, the first multi is discounted at 30 gems. However, they've actually removed the step that was like a guaranteed Kizuna or limited rare recruit character. Those steps were really good because, you know, a discount multi to guaranteeing you a limited time unit, I think is fantastic. And especially because if you did get a red on that 11th poster of the first multi, it was guaranteed to be a Kizuna legend. This time around, it's just a legend or a rate boosted step, which I think is a huge step backwards. And I feel like if they do that for like a support banner, like, they're just losing value on these banners for no reason. The second multi is also a really trash step. The third one, though, is a recommended unit, which means you're guaranteed to get one of the characters on the banner artwork. Fourth is a legend, and then fifth is the first step that guarantees you a new character, which I think is a bit excessive, but it is very similar to what we had, you know, during the other Super Boss in January. So on that third step though, guaranteed recommended unit, which means you're guaranteed to get one of the banner artwork characters, which can include the 2 new characters in Shinobu, Komurasaki, as well as Milky and Alvida from other Kizuna clashes. But then as for the legends, if you get a red poster on that 3rd multi, you're guaranteed to get either Kaido crew or Ace and Sabo. The fact that this is a Wano themed Kizuna clash and Toki is not featured on the banner is a bit weird, but also I think it also does kind of make sense because, you know, you don't want to have like Toki plus a Hiyori character on your team because they're both actually including Hiyori. I suppose that does make a little bit of sense, but honestly speaking, if Toki is not on the banner, I don't really suggest pulling here. Like, I still personally think Toki is like one of the top 3 best units in the game, and I don't think it's going to be really worthwhile, especially for more free-to-play players, to be pulling on a banner like this. I would probably wait until either they reveal a new legend or until Toki is a little bit more easily achievable, I suppose. She definitely still could be on this banner though, but I don't know if it's going to be worth pulling either way. So as we said, the first multi, Legendary Rate Boost, another Legendary Rate Boost, recommended, and then a Legend, and then the first guaranteed new unit on the 5th. And of course, it'll do cycling of somewhat through that until the 20th multi, but I do not advise doing 20 multis on this Kizuna Clash Sugo-Fest. Absolutely not. Before we actually get into other stuff though, let's actually talk about these units. Let's see what they're actually doing. So the first one here is Shinobu. By the way, the Shinobu and the Komurasaki will both have buffed captain abilities in this Kizuna Clash, likely 5 or 5.25 times captain, which helps for team building, that's for damn sure. So Shinobu is a Dex, Free Spirit, Cerebral. Captain effect is pretty throwaway, but we can see it's going to be boosting Free Spirit and Cerebrals. And then the special ability on a 12-turn cooldown, reducing 6 turns of paralysis, 6 turns of defense up, changes block, recovery, and unfavorable slots into matching, and gives you 90% damage reduction for 1 turn. What a special. This is a very good special that's going to see play in lots of content, and I really like the fact that it does change a lot of different slots into matching, because we've seen in other Kizunas in the past where like one boss fight will change slots to block, another one changes them to unfavorable, and then another one doesn't do any slot change. So this unit could be used in like multiple different fights to guarantee you slots, which I do love, and the utility is very good with this unit as well. I like it a lot actually. As for the crewmate effects, nothing really special. It does make deck slots beneficial, but that's nothing too crazy. And then the support effect is a bit of a letdown, just providing damage reduction and stats is pretty lame. Let's have a look at the Rumble though. Hopefully the Rumble brings them back, as we see with the passive giving level 6 attack and level 6 health to Cerebral characters. That's actually a pretty good passive right there. And then the special 30 CT is a bit on the high end, but it targets 3 teammates for level 5 attack, level 5 crit, 3 Cerebral class teammates for CT up level 5, and then targets 2 Cerebral teammates for 100% chance of haste. That's pretty cool. It's a very good special, but having such a high CT is a bit of a problem, because if you've got a haste special, if everyone else launches their special before this character does, you'll haste your units, but they don't really like launch their specials because they've already done that. So it can be good, but it depends on the attack order. And we've seen it with Luffy crew. Like, Luffy crew is still one of the best PvP units in the game, but if everyone uses their special before he's able to launch his, it means that the haste effect isn't as valuable. So if used in the correct order, this can be an extremely powerful effect. I do think she definitely has potential, maybe not offensively, but defensively this could see some play. The next character is Komurasaki, who is going to be a quick Cerebral Free Spirit with a captain effect of once again boosting those 2 classes with a bit of health boost and also a bit of recovery back. You love to see it. And then a 12-turn cooldown, which reduces Despair by 5, reduces all enemies' damage reduction, which is the Rainbow Shield, also by 5 turns. And then if you've got a Free Spirit or a Cerebral Captain, you get a 2.25 color affinity for those 2 classes for 1 turn. If you don't have that, then it's still a 2 times color affinity for 2 turns for Cerebral and Free Spirit. So, I mean, in the Kizuna itself, it's going to be okay, because the fact that, you know, she's going to be super effective against all types, so that's going to be useful, because the color affinity is always going to be useful, but everything else just seems kind of lame. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just going to be 5-turn Despair, 5-turn Blue Shield, or Rainbow Shield, should I say, as well as color affinity. So, it's a bit lame. I'm not the biggest fan of it. In this Kizuna, going to be very good. Outside of it, don't know how useful this one's going to be. I definitely prefer Shinobu's special over what Komurasaki's providing here. Let's go ahead and quickly have a look at some of the other stuff here. So it makes Cerebral and Free Spirit quick slots matching. It's pretty good. Support effect. Unfortunately, damage reduction and HP and recovery. Ugh, that's pretty bad. Alright, hopefully the PvP brings it back for Komurasaki. So her passive is Free Spirit HP level 5, recovery level 5. every time she performs a healing action, 4 times, Free Spirit get level 2 attack. I like that. It's pretty decent. I think this is definitely something that could see play. I mean, depends on the rest of her abilities. For her behavior pattern, though, she does provide 2 bits of healing. So every time she performs a healing action, she'll give level 2 attack to Free Spirit. So definitely not very good at the start, but as time progresses throughout a match, her passive is going to be way better. And then the special ability, 32 CT, again, a little too high. Targets teammate in a large range for 5 times recovery healing. Targets Free Spirit class teammates for guard at level 5, defense level 5. You know what? I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. But that CT, but then again, because she already passively gives level 5 recovery, the 5 times her recovery, that's probably going to heal, what, between like 2,000 to 3,000, maybe even a little bit more than that. It's actually pretty good. I don't mind it at all. And it does target, is it a large range? Yeah, large range. That's pretty good. Like, this is going to heal a lot of your allies. And then Free Spirit aren't very good defensively, so I think they definitely needed more characters to provide defensive effects. And this sort of pseudo does it. Unfortunately, the CT being so high, I think really what brings this character down. And before we wrap up this video, we can see here with the boss token quest, that is just 100% solidifying it is going to be a super boss Kizuna. You can clear this up to 5 times. Make sure to use double buggy to clear it to get additional boss tokens, so that when the Kizuna begins, you'll be able to just spam it and get a bunch of runs in immediately. So definitely worthwhile doing this. It's going to be an easy quest, so as I said, double buggy is the way to go. But with all that being said, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully you guys understand what's going on with this upcoming Kizuna clash versus Orochi. So at this point in time, we don't have the translation or the data mine for Orochi, hoping that he's very, very good though. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video today, and if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.